Hey guys, how you doing? First video of the new year for me. It's been about a little over a month. My last video was I did my top 10 albums of 2019, and my brother-in-law and I went to the Flea Market today, and it was such a great haul, quality-wise. Picked up only 9 records, which is a good amount, but the quality was just incredible. I was really happy with what I got, so I decided to come on here and show you guys what I got. Some of these albums been looking for a while and haven't found for whatever reason, but I brought a whole bunch to sell to the guy there, and he gave me quite good price for them. I think at the end of the day I sold him I don't know how many albums, but he gave me back $105, and what I bought was about 95. So all in all, pretty pleased with what went on today. I will say I don't use the word grail a lot, but I will say I think there's 2 grails at least in this haul of albums. For me anyway, and the first one that I've been looking for a while, and I was almost picked up the reissue a whole bunch of times, and when I was waiting for the guy to price my albums that I was going to sell to him, my brother-in-law found this, and he has this already in his collection. Psycho Candy, an absolute classic. Got this for $12, so I was really happy to pick this up. I think on Amazon, I think it's the US version's going for, I don't know, close to $30 Canadian. So to get this for 12, I was really happy, and I got it playing in the background. So finally, part of the collection. Long time coming. So that was definitely a grail for me, for sure. The next one, an album that I'm unfamiliar with that I just finished playing as well. We have Cannonball Adderley, Live at the Club. This is a record from 1967, and I was doing a little bit of reading up on this. This is a fake live album, according to what I read, in the sense that it did not take place as a live concert at a place called The Club. It's actually live in the studio with an audience, and jazz, for the most part, is sort of live anyway, but why they had to lie about it, I don't know. But despite that fantastic hard bop album from 1967, I'm only familiar with 2 of the players on this, other than Cannonball. You have his brother Nat Adderley on cornet, who writes a couple of songs, and you have Joe Zawinul, who's obviously played with Miles, Weather Report, etc. So this is an excellent hard bop album. I've been looking for this compilation for quite a while and finally found it today. Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, and this is the anthology. It's a 3 LP set. I think I have the Gladys Knight one, which is a 2 LP set. I know the Supremes have also done one, so a lot of soul artists have done this anthology. I'm not sure what label this is. But this is probably all the Smokey Robinson and the Miracles that I'm going to need. Won't need any of their single albums after getting this today. So super pumped to get this one. We have Dr. John, Decisively Bonnaroo. I don't know this album very well, but you know, anytime you see a Dr. John, you got to consider picking it up. So for $10, the price was right for me. So I hope this is a good Dr. John album. I'm only familiar with Gree Gree and I think it's Gumbo, something Gumbo. So we'll see what this is. An album that I've been also looking for a while, David Crosby. This is called If I Could Only Remember. So this is the one David Crosby album that I have been wanting. obviously besides his albums that he did with the Byrds. I've sampled this in the past, don't quite, remember what it sounds like, but certainly the cover is very distinctive, and I've been looking out for this. Johnny Cash, I have a fairly large Johnny Cash collection. Not familiar with this album, Rockabilly Blues. Judging by the picture, it looks like it's from the 1970s, although the back would suggest otherwise. But my brother-in-law has this in his collection. He says it's a good one, so this was a relatively inexpensive $7 pickup. Been looking for some John Cale albums. I picked up Paris 1919 after seeing Dean's video where he had that as part of his top 100. So I picked that up, a used copy of that online almost immediately after I saw his video. And then have also been looking for this John Cale album, Slow Dazzle. I've heard samples from this, don't recall quite what it sounds like, but I do remember thinking, if I see this out there, I gotta pick it up. So John Cale, Slow Dazzle. And a band that I only needed one remaining album to complete the discography is the Byrds. And that album by the Byrds is Sweetheart of the Rodeo. This is easily my least favorite of the Byrds albums. I know it's some people's favorite Byrds albums. I am a fan of Graham Parsons. I do like the Byrds country rock period, of the albums that came after this. But for some reason, I never really totally got into this album. So maybe it's time to revisit it. I definitely was getting this more so to complete the collection for the Byrds. But hopefully in picking this up on vinyl, maybe, it'll strike a chord with me and we'll see, okay? And then the last one, which was probably the find of the day for me, and it is an album that I have never owned, but comes highly, highly recommended by Hannah. And I couldn't believe that I found it there today. The DBs. Super, super happy to get this album. Sounds like Decibels, I think is what it's called. Have looked for this online, could have never found it online really, or if I did find it, the prices were really high. So imagine when I saw this today at the flea market, I was just beside myself. So this is going to be the next record that I play. This was definitely the find of the day. And I'm definitely going on Hannah's recommendation that this is, some power pop, jangle pop, etc. That you must own. Okay. All right, guys. 9 albums. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you next time.